We are in our kitchen at the moment. We are in our house in Joanna. We absolutely love it here. It really is very peaceful. It's very quiet. It's also very remote. And part of being so remote means that we can't just pop down the road to our local cafe because it's a bit more of a drive than that. And when you can't get to your cafe, you can't have your favorite coffee. So we have become very reliant on making our own coffee at home. And we've actually partnered with the guys at DC Coffee. Not only did they hook us up with their sweet, sweet coffee beans, but they also gave us a lesson on how to actually make the perfect coffee and to make the most out of this Marzocco machine. I got a lot out of it. I did learn a lot. I think you will too. I'm learning. This is a learning exercise. What coffee am I drinking?
So B-side.
B-side? What's this all about then?
Medium roast.
What's your favourite?
My favourite
Yeah.
is either B-side or darkness, or I'm actually really getting onto the Critical Hit. Critical Hit has a real nice fruity.
I'm about chocolate, so this is my vibe.
That'll be your vibe.
Excellent.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
So this grinder, this is where you change the setting of your grind. So you can either go coarser or you can go finer.
Okay.
If you go coarser, you're making the particles that come out bigger.
Yep.
And if you go finer, you're making them smaller.
And we need to go finer.
We need to go finer because the smaller your particles, the longer it takes for the water to pass through.
I feel like you're taking me back to year 10 science class here, Ben, and I'm feeling very out of my comfort zone. I've got to admit.
21 grams into your basket and then 42 grams out
Okay.
of the machine, of liquid.
Is that a double shot? What
Yeah,
is
that will be a double shot, yeah. So now we've weighed what the grinder has given out.
Yes.
And it's at 19, so we need to go to 21.
Yeah.
So all we do is we just top it up to your 21.
But I'm time poor, right? So I'm not going to do this every day.
No,
so
this
then
is
you
just-
have to
yeah.
get your settings correct. Is that right? For the double shot to be 21 grams. Is that the whole thing? So the first bit is like getting it right.
Yes.
And
So
then you can set and forget.
Correct. First one in the morning, I would always just see where your grinder's set.
First one in the morning, I'm just like, give me the coffee and I'm not even thinking about it, Ben. I'm not really thinking about the technicality of it. I'm like, just make it rain. That's all I think. So it's very
It's just
fancy.
got a little ridge on it, so as you put it in, turn it,
Yeah.
it will then change it from fluffy grind into a
Oh, yeah.
flat puck.
And that's foolproof as well because it's got that ridging on it.
Correct. When you're tamping, you just want to sit it on your coffee first just to get it flat, and then just a nice push.
Riddle me this, Ben. I know nothing about coffee.
Yeah.
I want a pimpin' coffee set up in my house. Well, aside from obviously the coffee beans themselves, what do you actually need in order to create the setup?
My tip would always be to have a good grinder. Include in your budget a good set amount for your grinder. You always want a really good grinder because you can have the best machine like this GS3, but if we just have a, I don't know,
NutriBullet.
a spice grinder.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
And then you can have the best coffee like DC or whatever.
Yes, okay.
But if you've got a crappy grinder, you're just not going to get anywhere.
So you need the grinder, you need the machine,
Yeah.
and then,
So
but you also need some scales if you're
Yes.
going to get super technical.
Yeah.
But you kind of need to get technical, don't you?
Yeah,
If you've got a good grinder.
correct.
I'm going to make one. All right.
Yeah.
Jono, look out.
As soon as you take the portafilter out, rinse your group head.
Yeah.
So what you'll find is that you'll have excess coffee will get stuck to the screen and all around here. You just want to flush it off so you don't put that into your neck. So what you want to do now is, so see how it's kind of a little mound in the middle? You want to have it at a more even flat. Give it a quick tap. Twist him.
Twist him.
2, 3, 4 times. So with your tamp, you kind of want to think it as a little extension to your hand. So if I show you, right? If you hold it at the bottom like this with the little rubber part here, and then have this top part of the tank kind of sit in the middle of your hand.
Okay.
And you kind of...
You really caress it.
Well, if you want to
If
use
you
that,
love
we'd
your
probably
coffee,
use that
wouldn't
word.
you? Wouldn't you caress
So, yeah,
it?
just
I
think
mean,
of it-
you've got to think of it like that, right?
Spot on, look at that.
Oh, it's
So then-
as if I've done it before.
Yeah, that's it.
That does Jules. How have I gone?
Nice.
Oh, is that too? It's too blonde.
Oh, nice even colour.
Ah,
You're actually spot on. Bang on. Better than me.
better than you. Oh,
28
it's all right.
seconds.
Don't feel bad, Ben. It's all good.
Ultimately, when you're stretching milk, you're heating it up and you're expanding it, right? So if you put too much in your jug, as it expands and the volume increases, you'll get too much and it will start to spill over the side.
Okay.
So you kind of want to gauge how many coffees you're making, which kind of then tells you what size jug you want to use.
Okay, and when it comes to expanding the milk, because not all almond milk is the same,
Yeah.
because some of it can be quite watery,
Uh-huh.
when you see those labels that say barista style oat milk or almond milk, what does that mean when it says barista? What does that actually mean is the difference between the almond milk? I'm testing you here on your almond milk knowledge, but go.
My honest opinion is a lot of brands use the barista blend as kind of a gimmick.
Right,
Do you know what I
okay.
mean? They want to kind of get themselves up to the point of,
Yeah.
like, say these guys or
Yeah.
you know, like Milk Lab and stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, barista almond milk it's made a specific way so it takes heat. So
Okay.
you can then stretch it nicely and it's a nice blend with coffee.
Okay.
Whereas some of them, you stretch almond milk and then it's just like,
Yeah.
what's happened?
So what are some good brands off the top of your head that
Well, Alt Dairy Co. is good, 100% Australian,
Yep.
which is good. Milk Lab.
Milk Lab's
they're
good?
Yeah. They're kind,
Like
of the,
it?
they're kind of the ballparks. that
Are
you
they?
want. Yeah.
Stop it, that's so pretty. So when it comes to the whole frothing of milk,
Uh-huh.
I am literally scared shitless.
Yeah.
Like, story
You're
for
not
you.
the only one. Okay?
No,
So-
well, I was once burnt as a young whippersnipper, 16 years old, working in like some random food court, and they put me on the coffee machine. I didn't know what I was doing. Someone ordered a flat white, and I was like, what? And then just like put that in the thing. It went everywhere. It burnt me. I have severe like trauma from that moment, and I have never, ever, ever since that day attempted to do it again. So I might do it today if you can convince me
Yeah, okay.
it's
So-
safe. The main thing that scares me is said milk flying up, boiling hot, and splashing me in the face.
The one
or
thing to
skin.
counteract that is to use a bigger jug.
Okay.
That's the easiest thing to do. So
Alright.
a lot of people who are starting off stretching milk find it really hard to
Like a
keep that
bucket?
milk. But another thing that I always say to people, when you turn the steam wand on, you'll find that the actual steam comes out at a specific angle.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that that steam is then hitting the side of the jug to help spin it,
Okay.
right? So with this one, you'll see.
Do you always have to do that before you get in there? You have to give it a go?
give it a purge. So what will happen if you don't, after you haven't used it for a while, condensation will start and
Yeah.
a little bit of water will be stuck in your wand. I always keep the wand as perpendicular to my body as I can.
Alright.
You want it to then have the steam wand coming down the same way as the side of the jug, so I always kind of have it about here.
Okay. And are you touching the bottom? Are you just off the
No,
bottom?
so-
Talk to me.
When you start, you want to submerge the tip below the surface.
Yeah.
Because if you don't submerge it below the surface, you'll start to create these bubbles that will just...
Which I may well have experienced.
So
Yeah.
submerge it under, turn the wand on,
Okay.
and then you lower your jug so the tip of the steam wand is sitting just at the top. of the surface of the
Okay.
milk.
Alright. But then
So
how do
this-
you do it so it
This
doesn't...
is what a lot of people might do, is this.
Yeah.
And then push it.
And when you do that, does a barista somewhere die? with that simple
It took
action.
all of the ounce of my being.
I was going to say that looks really uncomfortable for you. I'm holding it like this. This is where I'm holding it.
Like. So
am I touching the side?
Yeah. Now lower this down.
Hang on, how hot does, so that's what I'm aiming for. And where do I feel, from the base or from the side?
You can feel it from the side.
Okay.
After about 3 seconds or 4 seconds, you have to take your hand off.
Oh, that's the rule.
Probably a good.
If you're going to burn yourself in 3 to 4 seconds, remove hand and wand.
Yeah.
That's a
Pretty much.
tip.
See this bubble here?
Yeah.
If you bang it.
Okay. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay, and
So
then I be a good clean person and do
clean
that.
it off.
And then I need to obviously give it a go.
Purge it, yeah. What happens is, if you stretch your milk and you leave it, I'll show you.
All right.
Give the base, the actual coffee in the cup, a bit of a swirl.
Why?
So it breaks the crema up.
Okay.
It helps you incorporate your milk into the coffee.
Get a bit of that colour.
That's it, yeah. Do the same with this one, give this a swirl. So if you've got kids or whatever and you've gone away, you'll notice that the froth will rise to the top and the heavy milk liquid will be
Okay.
You want it to be incorporated together.
Okay.
So give it a swirl. You want to start in the middle.
And you're just going around in circles.
Little
circle
circles.
work.
Yeah.
Circle work first.
So because there's not much froth, I might do a different pattern. Yeah. So what I say is to start off with getting a little blob in the middle. Perfect.
Blob in the middle
is
is
a little white circle in the middle of your coffee. Then you've got
low expectations.
No,
that's good.
It's the start. That's pretty much the base of any pattern that you want to make.
Is a blob. Do you know what you've created? That's copra. That's copra Kai. One more coffee. I'm gonna make it though.
Do it.
Hey, cool.
Do it all from start to finish.
Alright. Can you see that? I feel like you should take a photo of that just quietly. It might be the only highlight of this round.
There's no break of crema around the side of the cup.
So that's good.
That's good. So ultimately, when you take a sip from anywhere on this cup, so you can take it here,
And we're
it'll
good.
be the same taste.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm only a few cups of coffee away from being a fully fledged barista.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that, okay?
Awesome.
Done.
I've got some practice to do. I'm going to give it a go at home, but I reckon I've got this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
Yeah.